How do you deal with disrespect? Disrespect is a universal challenge we all encounter in life, and it can be both upsetting and frustrating. But what if we could take a lesson from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which guides us in managing difficult situations with wisdom and grace? In this video, we'll explore 10 practical Stoic principles to help us better handle disrespect. As always, I challenge you to stay strong and stick with me until the end. Let's begin. 1. Stay calm. A key teaching of Stoicism is that it's not what happens to us that disturbs us, but how we perceive what happens. As Epictetus famously said, people are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. This means disrespect is not inherently harmful or offensive. It's our interpretation and judgment of it that causes us to feel hurt or angry. When someone disrespects you, remember that their actions are a reflection of their own thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not of your true value. This can help you remain calm and avoid letting their behavior disturb your emotional state. 2. Reflect on yourself. Self-reflection and self-examination are also important Stoic practices. The Stoics believe that the quality of our thoughts shapes the quality of our lives, and that we should always seek to improve ourselves and our actions. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." When you face disrespect, it's essential to reflect on yourself and ask, is there any truth in what this person said or did? Did I do anything that may have provoked this situation? How can I respond in a way consistent with my values? By reflecting on yourself in the situation, you can gain a clearer understanding and respond in a way based on rational judgment rather than impulsive reactions. 3. Learn to pause. Seneca once said, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." Stoics emphasize the importance of self-control and rationality, believing that impulsive reactions driven by emotions like anger or frustration often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic approach is to avoid reacting impulsively. Instead, take a moment to pause and collect your thoughts. This brief pause allows you to regain control over your emotions and respond in a more thoughtful, measured way, aligning your response with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. Pausing is a vital Stoic technique to maintain composure and make rational decisions, leading to more positive outcomes. Practice empathy. Epictetus said, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourself." Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity, and that understanding the emotions and motivations of others leads to better interactions and personal growth. When someone disrespects you, Stoicism encourages practicing empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy can help you realize that the disrespect might not be personal. It could stem from their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. This can reduce your negative feelings toward them and help you respond with more kindness and dignity. 5. Focus on virtue. A core idea of Stoicism is the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom and courage, qualities that help us live well and act rightly. Seneca said, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." This means being virtuous is about being rational and in harmony with the natural order. Stoicism teaches that virtue is the highest good and everything else is indifferent. When facing disrespect, focus on virtue in your response. This doesn't mean tolerating or ignoring disrespect, but responding in a way that reflects your Stoic values, avoiding emotional reactions while maintaining your dignity. 6. Embrace acceptance. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is to accept what we cannot control, including the disrespect of others. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for what he has not, but rejoices for what he has." Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not. We can only control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but not the behavior of others. Therefore, when disrespected, don't let it disturb your inner peace. Accept it as part of life and focus on improving yourself instead. 7. Use humor. Seneca once said, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." While Stoicism advocates for emotional control, it also values the use of humor in handling challenging situations. Humor helps maintain emotional balance and prevents anger or annoyance when disrespected. A well-timed joke or witty remark can diffuse tension and turn the situation around. Just remember, humor should be used appropriately without being excessive. 8. Set boundaries. Stoicism isn't about being a doormat. It's about standing firm, knowing your worth, and demanding respect from others. When disrespected, you don't have to accept it passively, nor should you react with anger. You can calmly and assertively set boundaries, making it clear how you expect to be treated. Stoicism teaches us to remain strong, just, and courageous, respecting both ourselves and others while controlling our responses. 9. Choose forgiveness. Forgiveness, according to Stoicism, is not about letting others off the hook, but about freeing yourself from negative emotions. Stoics view forgiveness as a key to inner peace and happiness. It's not about forgetting or condoning disrespect, but about releasing the feelings that harm you more than anyone else. By choosing forgiveness, you free yourself from anger and resentment, regaining inner peace. 10. Change your perspective. Perspective helps us avoid overreacting or taking things too personally. Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." By changing your perspective, you realize that most instances of disrespect are minor and temporary, and often reflect more about the other person's weaknesses than yours. When you change your perspective, you can ignore, forgive, or learn from disrespect, rather than letting it bother you. By applying these 10 Stoic principles, you can remain calm and composed when faced with disrespect. Remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but managing them wisely.